What's up, Jess? How you doing, brother? Let me know. Can you see down through the water? Like you see the bottom? See the sponges and stuff? It's hard for me to tell, man. The sun's bright. There's the 7 Mile Bridge. Let's see, we're just not even a mile. So there's at least another 6 miles over there to Marathon. And who's driving the boat? Good thing it drives itself. No, I really don't. Don't drive itself at all. That better not fall off. It's pretty cool from up here, man. I'm looking to see if I can't find any big sharks or any fishing holes. You know, holes for grouper to hide in or lobster. See if I see some lobster, I might just jump in and grab them. Can't take the phone with me for that though. But sometimes just bubbling up through here, man, I bump into like a big old hammerhead or pot of orca or something. Find the hedge. It's right over there. You see it? Lobster season started on the 6th. Tom, you know that. It's been like dodging landmines out here already. See all the buoys. What a difference a week makes. Got buoys everywhere. Let's see, you should be able to see the trap. Couldn't quite see if there's any bugs in there. Don't matter, I ain't poaching traps anyway. Willie Nelson. Come on up, buddy. Come on. Boy. Whew. Hot out. I have to jump in at some point. It's too hot. Pretty out though. Everybody having a good day? So far, so good for me, man. Motor's working. Boat's running. I ain't got hit by lightning. I almost took a hit of lightning though. I was about to take off earlier, about 2-3 hours earlier, and the storm was just slamming right here at the bridge. I was about to jump off, but started seeing them bolts hit the ground. Figured I better kick it for a couple hours, let that clear up. Hey Lev, how you doing, brother? Jess, your boat ain't running? I've been lucky. This E-Tech has been pretty maintenance free, which is kind of one of their selling points. I got this '70s Super Seahorse, 75 horsepower. All right. Not bad. I mean, I always say, find the cheapest hull you can possibly find and slap the newest engine on that thing that you possibly can. I mean, as long as it floats, you know. $75 on a 12-foot boat. Ah, you wildin', dude. Like, you need the motor. I had like one of my best friends, man. He passed away 2 years ago, but he had a 15-foot Mako, and he put a Yamaha 90 on the back of that thing. And the Yamaha 90 not too heavy. It's only like 100 pounds heavier than my motor here. But on a 15-foot Mako flats boat, that was ridiculous. We used to go spearfishing. We'd be riding on that thing and we'd hit it and he'd hit it sideways and we'd go skipping across the water. I thought I was gonna die. Yeah, I'm scared just just talking about it, man. I'm having PTSD of riding that little Mako too. Tony was crazy. Yeah, it got fast real quick. As if the bow is anywhere near the water, man. You up at a 45-degree angle cruising. I had some good times on that Mako though. We took it out on a opening day for Grouper, like maybe 2015 or something. And it was blowing like 20 knots out of the south, but we still took this little 15-foot boat out to the reef to go shoot a grouper. And we were definitely taking waves over the bow. But those Makos are backfilled, you know, so it's like, they're like the Titanic, you know, they're unsinkable. And they hold, you know, it's got guys that are going against the Fed in there. Used to go shark fishing 20 miles out on a 21. Woo! I did when I was up north in Gainesville area. We'd go out on the west coast and it's like a 24-foot boat. We'd go 30 miles offshore. But you go out there in the Gulf and it's still, you go 30 miles out in the Gulf, you're still only in 50 feet of water. Maybe 60 at most. But I tell you, that was the most fish I've ever seen in one place. Was diving out there 50, 60 feet. It's like everything we was coming over was all just sand. There was no structure. Hey Cheswick, how you doing, brother? Doing good, man. At the bottom will be just sand, nothing but sand out there, and then there'd be a pile of something, concrete, rocks, pipes, a wreck, something. And there'd be so many fish over that one little pile of structure. It was insane. And I was free diving it. That cat I was working with had he was on tanks. So he's diving, staying down on the bottom, popping grouper, and I'm going up and down. And the top 15 to like 15, 20 foot of water, brown, can't see nothing. But once you broke that initial barrier and got down below the murk layer, it opened right up and you could see 30, 40 feet all around you. I mean, relatively clear. And dude, it just loaded up with red snapper. So many red snapper, I'm like shooing them away, moving them out the way to shoot a grouper. Swim like a rock. Rocks can't swim. Got them dense bones. Just try the salt water, man. Salt water floats. Float right on the top. Yeah, I tell you, I've been out here. I have found pumice just floating. I mean, I'm in South Florida, as south as it gets. And not exactly a whole lot of volcanic activity going on around here. So I don't know where that pumice come from, but it just floating, just like right here, just like this seagrass just sitting here floating. Just pull up and rock floating right there. Any sign of bendy water? No, dude. Can you see how flat this is? Look, it's like, it's a complete mirror. And I see off my bow there, that's Marathon, Florida. And right here is a 7-mile bridge. So from that point, I don't know, it doesn't look so great on the, hey, Plays Bob, what's happening, dude? Long time. Let's see here. Yeah, you can see that point there. I don't know, can I zoom in on this thing? Yeah. Yeah, from right there. It's all the way through here. Looks like my paddleboard in the way. Watch out, Willie Nelson. Let's see, that's where I go underneath. I fit under there with my mast up. And then boom, there's Marathon, Florida. Catch any fish? Yeah, man, I've been catching fish. Shot me a grouper not too long ago. Then just here and there, man, I just pop in and shoot a couple snapper for dinner. Not like, you know, picture worthy or nothing, but it fills the dinner plate. Looks like the end scene of Truman Show. Oh, right? It does. Right here. Look at that. Just going right for it. Oh, hit the wall. What's the dog doing? Take water with you, Willie. I try, man. I got. You'd think I'd have more free time, man, but I don't. I got to take a charter on this boat tomorrow. I told the lady I got a paddleboard. I got one. It's actually just a windsurf board. It ain't a paddleboard at all, but I use it as a paddleboard. I have a inflatable paddleboard, but it got a hole in it. And I don't know if I should bring it anyway and, like, you know, pump it up and go like, oh God, it just popped. I totally had two of them. I tried to fix it. Lori tried to make a patch on it and it didn't hold. And I tried to clean it up and do it again and just ran out of glue. And then I started opening up that PVC cement stuff, you know, in the house. Yeah, Lori was like, take that shit outside. You're gonna get the dog stoned. Anyway, I just stopped trying to mess with it then. Flex seal it, right? Yeah. What did that dude, he made a boat out of a door or something? Or he put a door on the bottom of his boat, flex sealed it. I mean, I know it's TV and all, but gotta work, right? Oh yeah, dude, I'm dark as hell. I work outside in this every day. This summer's been exceptionally hot though. When I get home from working, I swear I've been swimming all day. I'm so soaking wet. Sprayed a screen door. No shit. Fixed the kayak with Flex Seal. Usually you can just heat them up. Take a heat gun, melt them. That works pretty good. What do those boat diesel engines burn like? Similar to a car, or are they more hungry? Oh, bro, that depends, man. I had a Volvo Penta in my old Dufour. Dude, that thing sipped. Hardly used any diesel at all. We did 75 miles, man. I think I filled her back up once. But this year, I just got an E-Tech on this. This is just a regular outboard, man. You'd find this like on the back of a ski boat. This is a MacGregor 26X. This is a hybrid boat, dude. It's see, I got the sail there. It's got the mast, but it's flat hulled. Let me see if I can do this without dropping my phone in the ocean. it's got a flat hull. So I only draft a foot, but it's got a plug in the back here, a valve. I'll show you. You see this valve? That valve right there pops open and it fills up a ballast tank that runs through the whole boat with water. And that weighs me down. Got a line right here. I pull this line, it drops down a keel. So the keel slides down, gives me another 4 feet. 4 feet of keel. Well, it's like, 3 feet plus the foot that I draft already. And I can put the sails up and sail. How long could I live out on the water? I mean, that depends. That's how much fresh water I could get, really, is, that's like the hard thing about surviving out here. I mean, we've done a week just cruising around, but, we would stop and, like, get more food and stuff. Jeremy Bird, is this Florida? Yeah, man, it's Florida Keys. This is as far south in the U.S. as you can get. It's a 7-mile bridge right there. Okay on boats as long as you can see the land. Yeah, it's a little more comforting if you can see the land. But it's cool when you get out there, bro. Go right under that bridge, man. I could be in Cuba by the end of the day. I like outboard. My dad likes inboard, says easy to work. Like you're in the boat. My dad has an inboard too. Did I tell you, he's always tinkering with that thing. These E-Techs relatively maintenance free, man. They stopped making them though. Didn't make it out to Florida this summer. September and October is our dead season here. Like, there's literally almost no tourism going on in the Florida Keys. September, October. Especially September. October, they do this thing in Key West called Fantasy Fest. And it's just horrible, man. It brings out, I call it nipples on knees. Because all the titties out there are so old, their nipples are touching their knees while they're standing up. Not exactly my scene, dude. I mean, even if they were young and perky, not exactly my scene, dude. It's more of like a gay thing. It's actually like the gay tourism board or something that, yeah, leather. It's not my scene, bro. I try and avoid Key West like the plague, especially during Fantasy Fest week, though. Yeah, but here's the thing, Bob, about all the old residents is they kind of cycle, it's like they cycle out just as fast as the new ones cycle in. Let's see here. Lived on my Ericsson for 10 years until I bought a camper van. 3 years van life. Right on, dude. If you van lifing, bro, you can come on down then. Where are you at the... Oh, Rich, no, man, I ain't seen or heard from him in a long time. I've been on Rumble in a hot minute, though. Is he still posting? Southern Cal. That's like the whole opposite end of the country. That'd be a long-ass drive, bro. Cheswick in UK, Liverpool, where the Beatles come from. Blessed Up is the channel? Oh, for real? That's Rich's new channel? Oh, I'm gonna have to sub him. Come on and say hey. Cheswick, is there like the old pub they used to play in and stuff over there? Liverpool? Who's still alive? Ringo? Y'all know Paul been dead for a long time though. Watch out for these lobby traps, dude. It was last week I could come out here with my eyes closed, wouldn't have to look. Quite a few of the old pubs are still there. Are some of them just lying? Are they just lying that they used to hang out there? Beatles used to play here. Dude, I'm with you. 1960s prices would be... I'd be rich, I think. I'd be making a whole shit ton of money if it was 1960s. But, you know, I still made the same amount of cash I make now. But today's prices, I'm like way under that line. I'm the luckiest motherfucker ever, though. It's like, the place I live here, dude that rents it to me, it was just beat to hell, and you know, I fixed it up, kept the yard all nice and stuff. I mean, the yard was overgrown. We got hit with Hurricane Irma in 2017, and I was living in a boat that was behind my friend's house. He had a houseboat. I mean, it was more like a box, more like a shed, really. But I lived in that thing for like a year and a half after the hurricane. And we used to do cleanups. My email, it's Castro BPK. Castro, my last name, Big Pine Key, so BPK at Gmail. Coming down 3 to 4 weeks? Yeah, dude, hit me up. You come all the way this far south? And if you come in like September in dead season, a buddy of mine, I work for him, he's got a private resort in Cudjoe Key. It's Florida Keys there, Brian Chin, and I'm at the 7 Mile Bridge right now. Right there. So I can go under there with my mast up. Quite lucky in the UK. Very rarely see storms. Yeah, that's lucky, dude. I mean, we were pretty lucky here. We didn't see a storm. We got one in 2005, Wilma. In 12 years, we had no storms, no hits. It was crazy the way everything built up over them years. After 2007, when everything got normal, and then all the way up through the first half of 2017, it was like just insane down here. I used to bartend. I made sick money. It's because there was so many people coming up and down this road. Oh, I'm going to pick her up, bro. She's at work, Bob. she's working over here in Marathon. I'm gonna pick her up from work. Dropped her off in the morning. We got the charter on the boat tomorrow. My wife comes with me on the charters. So we like to get out the day before, just to, even if it's just dicking around, just to be like, you know, real comfortable on the boat, clean it up a little bit, that kind of thing. Yeah, your dad been through a few of the storms. It's crazy, man. When that wind starts whipping 100 miles an hour plus, we got 200 miles an hour. I didn't stay for that storm though, I left. But the last one, Ian, just clipped us. Yeah, we had 100-mile-an-hour winds. I'm super fortunate though. Like I said, I'm luckiest motherfucker. I got like an inch of water. And it just like turned my lawn into mud. That's it. It's not a big deal, man. My uncle's in Fort Myers Beach, dude. He lost his house, just got wrecked. Well, he didn't lose it, you know, he still got it, but they're still working on it. That was a year ago. Had to pick the missus up from a night out last night, 10 p.m. She said she'd be back then. The phone goes at 2. Can you pick me up and the girls and drop them off? Oh, you chauffeuring the lady around. Yeah, it's a good husband though. Is it true that when it comes, it's better to go deeper in the water? Are you thinking of a tsunami? Tsunami, you want to go out deeper. You want to get away from the shelf, man. You want to go out. I'd say a tsunami was coming, I'd go out past the reef, and then just be like a wave. It'd be no big deal, just a little like swell. But fortunately, we don't get a lot of seismic activity around here. But for the hurricane, man, you want to go inland to the mainland of Florida and be away from the rising water. Yeah, I'm at a whopping 1.5 feet above sea level at my house. Would you trust swimming in a lake in Florida? I have. Gold Head Lake. You know, like, you think about it, you're like, oh man, I'm not going in that lake. Gators and all that, you know, and then you see like little kids splashing around and shit. You're like, okay, I'm the biggest pussy if little kids are gonna go swimming right in front of me and I'm not. But I'll tell you, even the fucking bluegill are vicious, man. I'm sitting in the lake and the little fish are eating the dead skin off my feet. Yeah, next thing I know, something's biting my back, like real hard. And I look back there's a bluegill back there. Literally took a chunk of skin. Oh shit, there's a gannet. Oh, I don't think the phone will pick that up. That's badass, man. The gannet right there. We have 0 lakes here in the Florida Keys, man. There's like a couple little freshwater pockets. They call them solution holes. They're basically puddles that we have on Big Pine. It's what like all the freshwater turtles and frogs and raccoons, opossums, and the key deer survive on. Lowest you've been is South Carolina. Big spiders. You know, we had a lot of big spiders, but I really ain't seen so many since Hurricane Irma. It's like they got blown away. They'll come back though. I mean, all the people coming back, you know, from camping up north and stuff, they'll bring the spiders with them. We got like the Argiopies and the orb weavers. They get pretty big. The garden spiders, they get pretty big too. You ain't getting in where the sharks and gators live. Sharks, not a big deal, man. Like, I'd rather the sharks I can deal with. The gators, I ain't got that much experience messing with gators. I do have them in the driveway. I got to drive a quarter mile down the swamp to get to my house. And occasionally there'll be a gator in there, but they're small on Big Pine. They're not like the gators up on the mainland where you get 12 feet, like, you know, as a regular size. We get an 8-foot gator, and that's a big one. Biggest one I ever seen on Big Pine. I've been there since 2011. Can I say that email slowly? Yeah, Castro, like Fidel Castro, like my uncle Fidel. It's my last name. Castro, and then Castro BPK, like Big Pine Key, at Gmail. Castro BPK at Gmail. 2-foot gator, you run a mile. Oh, you've never seen a 2-foot gator, man. They're pretty cute, actually. I was bushwhacking in the preserve over here on the island, and I would step over this little mosquito ditch. It's just like a little channel that they cut back in like the 40s, 30s on the island there. They dug these little, like they trenched into the bedrock so it would fill up with water, and then they stocked it with killifish, little freshwater fish that feed on mosquito larvae. It was like a method of natural mosquito control. So those trenches are still out there, and I was stepping over one, a little 2-foot gator in there. But that little thing, they're so scared of you when they're that small, you know. The thing just froze up, pretended like it didn't see me. Yeah, definitely Florida, man. Here comes a boat. He's got right of way. How far do I charter? Kind of depends. I like to just have short charters. I like a 4 or 5 hour charter. I'm not into like having people on board for days at a time. Because like your time spent versus income is pretty optimum at 4 hours. But I go about 12 miles away from where I launch. Hey Cheswick, good seeing you, brother. Catch you over on Banner's Hangout. This is a main channel right here under the 7 mile. Yeah, I'm just crossing it. Crew, hey, it was great hanging, man. I'm gonna cut the phone. I gotta steer a little bit. Love you guys. Great hanging out, y'all. Talk at y'all later. Have a good one.